Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. I am your host, Danielle Watson. Thank you for taking time out of your afternoon to join me wherever you are. As you know, the Danielle Daily Show is live each weekday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific time. I don't know where you are tuning in from in the world today, but where I live near the nation's capital, the wind is howling. Yesterday we had a snowstorm. There was a lot of ice, and I'll tell you, the wind is blowing with such ferocity. It's one of those days where I question, will I actually ever feel warm again? Like, even though I have the heat turned up in my house, there's just that seeping cold feeling because the wind it's kind of coming in through all the little cracks in the walls, and when you go outside, it gets inside your jacket no matter how tightly you pull your scarf in around your neck. It looks like Elena is joining live. Thank you so much. And she has baby Lacey with her, who is only getting cuter and cuter and cuter every day. I don't even know how that is possible, but baby Lacey does get cuter and cuter every day. So like I said, yesterday it was a snow day here in Northern Virginia, and I was thinking to myself, okay, so because everybody around me is having a snow day, and I grew up in California and I never got to have a snow day as a kid, I'm going to give myself a snow day. I'm going to give myself a snow day from work. And it was so interesting because even though I let you guys know the day before that, hey, you know, we might have snow tomorrow, I might not do the show, all day I thought about the fact that, you know, I should really be doing my show. I'm committed to doing this on a daily basis, and it's really important that I keep doing what it is I say I will do, and I shouldn't just, not do the show because I just want to take the day off. It should be because there's a good reason, because there's really no reason if I'm at home that I can't do the show unless I'm sick, right? It wasn't like the snow had anything to do with my ability to perform my job or to do the show. So it was interesting. I was kind of having this argument with myself that I should be continuing on with my schedule because what was happening outside didn't really affect me. Other people who have kids or they work outside their home, the kids were out of school, the roads were not necessarily safe to drive on for people who needed to go to work. And here I was, a little entrepreneur who works from home, just deciding that, hey, you know what? I'm going to do what everybody else is doing today. And it was not an easy thing to do. Elena says, the wind is crazy here. So cold. Poor Derek has been out in the field for work all week in the rain and wind. Luckily, we are home and warm-ish. Ready for spring, and said, oh, I am so sorry that Derek has had to work outside. That's awful. I know what you mean by warm-ish. It's like we're inside, but there's something about this wind, right? There's something about this wind that just like makes you feel chilled to the bone. I go to yoga 5 or 6 days a week, and I was there at lunchtime today, and I got all nice and warm because it's actually a hot yoga studio where they heat the room to anywhere between like 85 and 103 degrees, just depending on what class you're taking. And I got so nice and warm, and I remembered, oh, this is what it feels like to feel completely warm. And then I had to walk outside and get blasted with that wind, and it really made me forget so quickly that I had just been warm. There's something about that like chilled to the bone feeling that just makes you feel like I may never be warm again. I might never actually feel completely warm again. I don't know what it is about that, but the wind is kind of like my kryptonite. It makes me not want to do anything or go anywhere. It completely saps my energy and my drive, and so I'm really hoping that it will go away sometime soon, because I know I have a lot of things that I need to accomplish, so I need to have some greater motivation than the current motivation, which is to get warm or stay warm. That's my number one driving factor right now. So, yesterday when everybody was out building snowmen, oh my gosh, I had so much fun looking through my Facebook feed. There were people who watched the show, like Jeremy, who posted videos of their kids out there, sledding or just slipping around the snow, building snowmen. people really enjoying the day. And that is why I wanted to give myself permission to just take the day off, because I knew that, you know, having kids home over multiple days for a big snowstorm isn't always fun. That one random day off once in a while is a lot of fun. I see all the joy and all the fun that people are having, enjoying the weather, enjoying an unexpected day off, you know, cooking and baking and watching movies and reading. And I really wanted to have that experience. And to be honest, even though I let myself not have to engage in the tasks that I should have been doing, I never succeeded all day yesterday. I never succeeded in getting it into my mind that this was a day for fun. I was able to walk away from my tasks, and I spent some time reading. I spent some time, you know, just doing things around the house like laundry, but I actually never quite succeeded at getting it through my head that this was a day for fun, that I should do things that I enjoy. Instead of doing that, I spent the whole day just like thinking, oh my gosh, I should be working on this, or, well, if I do some laundry, then I'll feel like I'm being productive. And I just couldn't get myself into that place where it was like, your job today is to be completely unproductive, and your job today is to just enjoy yourself, and your job today is just to take the break that nature is offering you and enjoy it just like other people are. There's no consequence that's going to happen, like something bad that would happen as a result of me just enjoying the day, of just engaging in the joy of having a day off for some random reason, which happens to be weather. And I never succeeded at it. So that is a new personal challenge for me. We're kind of at the end of winter here, so I may not get to really work on it until next year, but one of my personal challenges is going to be, you know what? When an opportunity like this comes up to just take a random day, my challenge is not to only just, you know, clear the things off my schedule and say, okay, you're going to take the day off, but to actually engage in the fun, to actually get the experience of joy that I see other people having. And, you know, it's not uncommon for me to challenge myself in this way. I'm a very driven person. I like to succeed. I like to be doing. I like to be feeling useful and successful. In fact, a couple of years ago, I remember my whole life, I had never been good at dancing. And I remember going to weddings and other events where I would see people dancing together. I would see them kind of doing, you know, ballroom dance type moves together. And I saw how much people enjoyed that. I saw the joy that they were receiving from that, and the just interaction and loving one another. And I wanted that so badly. And so I challenged myself. I knew even though I had 2 left feet, even though I had no sense of rhythm, even though I tried to learn to dance before and had been very unsuccessful, I was going to do it again. And I was actually going to keep doing it until I could get some of that joy, because I wanted that feeling so bad of enjoyment. I was willing to keep challenging myself over and over and over and over again to show up. So I kept dancing until I enjoyed it, and now I love it. Now it's something that as I'm out there in the dating world, it's something I'm asking for, saying, you know what, I really love dancing. Are you willing to try this with me? Are you willing to do this with me? Because it's something that's become a real part of my life and a real part of my enjoyment of life. So for me, a new challenge is going to be when an opportunity comes up to just enjoy the day and other people are doing it, so it's not like, you know, it's just me, which sometimes I'm actually fairly good at doing that, at just deciding I'm going to have a day off today. I'm actually fairly good at doing that, but participating in what other people are enjoying and receiving the enjoyment out of it, receiving the joy of the experience just because the opportunity has presented itself. That is a challenge that I am throwing down to myself. So I hope that you know, helps you understand yourself a little bit better when you think about how I experienced that, and I share, kind of what my thoughts were and how I want to be going forward. I hope that kind of gets you thinking about yourself and curious about yourself and how you would respond in that situation and how you operate, and get you thinking about how you'd like to be and how you'd like to operate. So I do have today's note to self for you. Are you ready to write it down? Okay, so before I give it to you, I just wanted to give you two more bits of information. So the first is, last week when I was doing my bookkeeping on Friday, I noticed that I had actually received the first royalty payment for my book, and that was so exciting, and I can't believe that I forgot to announce it here on the show. So thank you. If you were one of the people who purchased my book or gave my book as a gift, thank you so much. The title of the book is Dear Self, I Love You, Keep Going. It is available on Amazon. You can also look for it at amazon.com/author/Danielle Watson. You'll be able to find it there. If you go to amazon.com and just search my name, Danielle Watson, you should be able to find it fairly easily. You'll probably get Danielle Steele first because she's pretty famous, but then it'll be me. Then it'll be Danielle Watson. So thank you for making my book a success, for making it something that helps support me, that helps support this show, that helps me get that message out there into the world that life is full of ups and downs, but if you focus and you decide that you're going to keep moving forward, you can keep going. You can survive whatever it is that has got you feeling down, especially if it is a sense of loss or a sense of heartbreak. That book it's so good about showing you the day-to-day of what it takes to keep moving forward so that you can get to the other side of that feeling of loss and feel more hopeful and ready to engage with life. So, okay, I have today's note to self for you. The last piece of news is we are coming up on 100 episodes of the Danielle Daily Show later this month. So I just wanted to plant that little bug in your ear. Stay tuned. I will let you know as we get closer to it, but it will be this month, and that is so exciting. If you think about it, most shows are once a week, and so to have 100 episodes would take about 2 years, and here we are already 100 episodes because we're a daily show here. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for making this 100 episodes possible. Elena says, yay, so exciting. I know, it is really exciting. I can barely believe. I mean, it feels like we just hit 50 episodes, and now we're coming up on 100, so it's just incredible. All right, so here is the note to self for you to write down. It says, Dear Self, when offered an opportunity to rest, take it. Let me read that to you again. It says, Dear Self, when offered an opportunity to rest, take it. And I like to sign my notes to self, love me, with a little heart. And I wrote this note to self because, yesterday I was having a hard time taking the opportunity to rest. And I managed to do that a little bit by kind of not engaging in the tasks that I should have had done, but I didn't really rest, right? I kind of backed up a little bit, but I didn't rest, and I didn't really enjoy, and I didn't really just allow myself to engage in the moment. I tried, I knew that I wanted to, but I haven't practiced doing it enough to be successful at it, right? And so that's something I always want to be sharing here on the show, is that the reason that we are able to do the things we're able to do is because we've practiced enough the skill of being able to do that. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work, right? It takes doing it over and over and over again to be able to build that skill, to be able to build that strength, to be able to build that internal support and that emotional ability to do things. And so that's something I'm working on. Elena says, love it. I need to remember that. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is one that Elena, probably every new mom needs, right? When there's an opportunity to rest, take it, because, being a parent is a marathon, not a sprint, right? It is definitely, it might even be more than a marathon. It might be an ultra marathon. One of my very best friends, Sarah, she runs those 100-mile races, and she has definitely mastered the art of pacing herself, which I think is brilliant and genius and so important. Okay, let me read you the note to self one more time. Remember, I will be back here again tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, New Pacific. I love it when you guys share the show and invite people to join us here live. Thank you for sharing the show after the broadcast. I really appreciate it. I love it when I get notes from people that I've never even met before. It warms my heart to know that the show is getting out there, and then it's helping people really get interested in themselves and get curious about how they think about things, and it serves as a great positive daily reminder for people. Those notes to self, everyone is always telling me, these are such great positive daily reminders, and they're not so over the top that they feel fake. You know, the notes to self, I really try to keep myself in mind when I'm writing them. I mean, the entire first year of them was all about me, but now that I'm writing them for others, I still try to keep myself in there because we're all learning and we're all growing. All right, here's that note to self one last time. It says, "Dear self, when offered an opportunity to rest, take it." And then I sign it, love me. All right, so I will see you guys back here again tomorrow. If you need anything, you know how to reach me. You can leave a comment, you can email me, you can send me a private message. I sincerely appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this. Never hesitate to reach out if you need something. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Those make me so happy, especially the hearts. I don't know why. Maybe because I was born on Valentine's Day and everything in my life is always about love. The hearts just like really do something for me. So thank you. All right, I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Until then, you know, if life offers you the opportunity to rest, take it. All right. Mwah. See you tomorrow. Bye.